Salvete discipuli. Kuidagis. I hope you're doing well. And this is another lesson for chapter 9. I hope you're doing well, and let's start off with saying the Pledge of Allegiance in Latin. I hope you remember it. Here we go. Do you have a flag to look at? If not, pretend like you're looking at the flag in my room. Here we go. Fidem meam obligo, vexillo civitatium Americae foederatarum et rei publicae pro qua stat uni nationi Deo ducente, non dividendi cum libertate justitiae omnibus. All right, today is Monday, April 13, and we are going to have a lesson on chapter 9. And in chapter 9, we're learning about prepositions. But first of all, I thought we should review some of our vocabulary words. I'm going to go through the flashcards. And since I can't hear you responding, I'm just going to flip through them, and it will give you a chance to test your memory. I really want you to get those 100 words memorized for the end of the school year. And I sent home the test with you in your packet last week or whenever that was. And so you can use that to practice over and over and over and make sure that you remember and memorize those 100 words. So here we go. Femina. Infans. Everybody remembers that. Quale? Servi. Quizás. Quizás. Tunica. You remember tunica, right? Tunica is dress. Gladius. Sword. Epistula. Epistula. Letter. We get the word epistle from that word. Stilus. Stilus is a pen. Panis. Bread. Hortus. Remember hortus? Garden. Cubus. We all know this one, right? We all like it anyway. Cubus, food. Familia. Seeing a lot of our family these days, aren't we? Aus. Wir. Wila. Filia. Everyone always gets this one confused. You remember filia, right? Daughter. Et. Et is and. Puella. Magistra. That's me. Soror. Mater. Mus. Discipulus. Feles. Walete. That's goodbye, right? Goodbye to more than one person. Pater. Canis. What's the canis? Do you have one? Canis is dog. We get the word canine from that word. Now we've got a few adjectives here. Optimus. Very good. Laeta. Minimus. Fessa. It's Monday after all. Magnus. Frigidus. I'm cold in here because there aren't any students in here to warm up the room. Banus. Maxima. Benignus. Puer. Filius. Salvete. Salvete discipuli. You remember what that means, right? Hello, students. Via. Frater. Celeritor. Hilaritor. These are adverbs. Should I slow down? What is celeritor? Quickly. Hilaritor. Cheerfully. Semper. Always. Subito. Suddenly. Minime. No. Nunc. Now. Diligenter. These are in your notes. Maybe I should let you look them up. tandem. This is a 5th grade word. This is at last. Iterum is again. Quotidie, every day. Feliciter, happily. Legunt. Hopefully you're doing a lot of this. Legunt, they read. Scribunt. Laborat. You remember the rule. You remember what verbs, right? Verbs, Latin verbs, the end of the Latin verb tells us something. What does the ending on a Latin verb tell us? Correct. Who is doing the action? Lego is I read. Laborat, he works. Lacrimo. Anno Domini. This is the words for the initials on a timeline. AD, for dates. AD. Anno Domini, in the year of our Lord. Sumus. That's one of our sum verbs. Sumus. Let's say them together. Sum est, sumus estis sunt. You remember what they mean, I hope. Sum is I am. Est is you are. Est, he is. Sumus, we are. Estis, you all are. And sunt, they are. Here's legit. He reads. Coquit. Intrat. Ambulat. Ambulo. Ambulo, I walk. Ambulat, he walks. Dormio, I sleep. Sedet, he sits. Eheo, oh no. Idawero, yes. Audio, I listen. Quid facis? What are you doing? Listening, working hard, doing your schoolwork. Equitat. You remember, right? He runs. He runs. I'm sorry, it's not he runs. It's he rides. It's like a horse. He rides. Equitat, he rides. Audit, he listens. Specto. Always watching. I am watching. Codit, he runs. Laboro, I work. Et, had that one before. Scribit, he writes. All right, let's go through a couple of the cards that have prepositions on them. In chapter 9, look at your chapter 9 notes. In chapter 9, our new words are prepositions. They are very small little words. One of them, in fact, is just one letter long, and that's the letter E. It's pronounced A. Let me read through that list with you. Our prepositions, ad is to. A is away from. Kirkum, around. In, that's easy. In. It can also mean into, on, or within. Pro is in front of. Can also mean before. Prope is near. Sub is under. And super is on top of. On, above, beyond. Okay, so those are our prepositions in our notes. And let's see if we can translate these phrases here. Prepositions, they're just little words that show a relationship with other words in the sentence. It shows the position of things, actually. Position. They're used as describing phrases. All right, so this first one. You've never seen this word before. Okay, but this is what the Latin word would be for car. So pro rida, a prepositional phrase that would mean in front of the car. In malo, in the apple. Super libro, on top of the book. Prope mensa, near the table. Circumvila, around the house. A ludo, away from school or away from the game. Remember, this word can be translated either game or school. Sub terra, under the ground. Ad ludum, to school. Don't we wish we could go to school instead of having to do school at home? All right, some of you might be enjoying being at home doing your schoolwork. All right, let's go to the next thing. I've written some sentences on the board. Let's see if you can help me translate them. We are going to translate them and analyze them. Number 1, puella kenam in culina coquit. All right, this is a new word you haven't seen before. Culina is the Latin word for kitchen. We get our word culinary from that word. All right, so have you figured it out already? The verb in a Latin sentence is usually at the end, coquit, and that is cooks. Puella, subject, puella. Do I hear you? Are the puellas telling me what it is? Yes, the girl is cooking. Is cooking what? Ooh, dinner. Kenam is a direct object. That's why it's got that M on it. Okay, that's a little different for you. All right, so the girl is cooking dinner where? This is a prepositional phrase. There's our word in, which also means in Latin, and culina, in the kitchen. So the girl is cooking dinner in the kitchen. Number 2, panis ad terram cadit. All right, like I said, the verb is usually at the end of the sentence. This is a verb you haven't seen before. I was using it to try to think of a sentence for this one. Cadit means falls. Panis. What does panis mean? Did I hear someone say it? Yes, I think Luke said it over there. Yes, panis is bread. Panis, the bread falls ad terram. Can you think of that one? Christopher, yes, to the ground. The bread falls to the ground. Preposition, and this word is a noun. Always at the end of a prepositional phrase, you will have a preposition and a noun at the end. To the ground. Number 3, frater circumvillam ludet. All right, here's the verb. It's in your chapter 9 notes. Ludet means plays. Frater is the one playing. So brother is playing where? There's that preposition, circum, around, and villa is the Latin word. It's in your notes also. Yes. Okay, so that one's house. So brother is playing around the house. Hopefully not doing the school time. Number 4, fele sub mensam dormit. Verb at the end. What does dormit mean? I think everybody can remember this. Abby, do you remember? Yep. Dormit is sleep. Feles is the cat. Do you have a cat? The cat is sleeping where? Sub is our little preposition. It means under, like subway, submarine. The prefix sub means under. So under the table. Number 5, the moose, super librum corit. Here's our verb, corit. Corit means runs. Who's doing the running? What's the subject of the sentence? Yep, moose. You remember what that is, right? Moose, minimus, like our mouse. The word mouse. Not minimus, that's his name. So the mouse is running. Super librum. Super. Preposition, it's on the list. This word is too, it's just spelled a little differently. Because it's in a prepositional phrase, that's the only reason why it's spelled a little differently. But on top of the book. So the mouse runs on top of the book. Ooh, yuck. I certainly wouldn't want a mouse in my house running on top of my books. Or anywhere else for that matter. Number 6, mus effeminam corit. All right, here we go. Corit. running. The mouse is running again, and this time he's running a feminam, away from the woman. She's chasing him with a broom. All right, let's listen to chapter 9. Get your Minimus book out. There's Minimus. He's a moose, M-U-S, for mouse. Turn to page 56. We are still in chapter 9. We're going to listen just to the second story where we see a bunch of prepositions. So here we are, and it starts off, where are Minimus and Rebrissa?
Where are Minimus and Rebrissa?
Minimus et Rebrissa
Box 1.
proper ballistam sunt. Minimus et Rebrissa circum ballistam currunt. Minimus sub ballista est. Rebrissa super ballista est. Minimus in ballista est. Rebrissa pro ballista est. Rebrissa ad ballistam currit. Minimus e ballista currit. Rebrissa fes est. Minimus laetissimus est.
All right. Now, I challenge you to pause the video and see if you can translate all 9 of those boxes. They're real easy once you get going on them. They're pretty easy. The ballista is the catapult. So, pause the video, see if you can translate them on your own. You can either write them down or just do them in your head, and then I'm going to tell you what they mean. All right. So, after my pause, number 1, Minimus and Rebrissa are, sunt is are, so Minimus and Rebrissa are near the catapult. Prope is near, the preposition that means near. Number 2, Minimus and Rebrissa, there's that verb again. This time it's got the NT at the end because there's more than one of them. So Minimus and Rebrissa run around the catapult. Number 3, Minimus is under the catapult. He's hiding from Rebrissa. Number 4, Rebrissa is on top of the catapult. Now, if you know anything about catapults, that would be a dangerous place to be if someone let it go. Whing! The cat would go flying. Number 5, Minimus is in the catapult. There again, not a terrific place to be hiding. Number 6, Rebrissa, look, he's all confused. She is all confused. Rebrissa is in front of the catapult. The pro means in front of. Number 7, Rebrissa runs to the catapult. Number 8, Minimus runs away from the catapult. And then number 9, Rebrissa is tired from all that running. And Minimus is very happy because he didn't get caught. Good job, Minimus. All right. Now, one more thing. When I sent home your papers, I sent home a chapter 9 worksheet. Have you worked on that yet? All right. Hopefully you have. There again, if you haven't, now would be a good time to do it, either today or tomorrow for your Latin time. And I have here this chapter 9 worksheet. It's got the flowers on the front, the school, and then there's a hot dog on the back. That's the one. It says chapter 9 at the top. And I have the answers written in here for you. So I'm going to quickly go through those with you. If you want to check your answers, did you get an A+? Hope so. Number 1, the friends run around the school. Amicis is friends, codont is run, and the circum ludum is around the school. Number 2, dinner is on top of the table. Ooh, that's our favorite time, right? What's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? It's on the table. There you go. Dinner is on top of the table. Is, of course, est is the verb. Number 3, stilus sub librum est, the pen, subject, is the verb, est. The pen is under the book, sub librum. Number 4, the family lives in the house. Habitat is the verb lives, and that is a verb. Yep, it's in your notes in chapter 9. So habitat, we It's the same spelling, in fact, from which we get the word habitat. Habitat is a place where an animal lives. It's a noun, and we get that word from the Latin verb that means lives. Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? All right, so the family lives in the house. Number 5, mother is in front of the school. Number 6, in Latin, a noun and an adjective must what? Hopefully you remember. A noun and an adjective must agree. They must agree in 2 ways. That's number and gender. Do you remember? I hope so. Remember these 2 sentences? The boy is happy. This is the word for happy. It ends in a US in this sentence because it has to agree with this word, this boy. Okay, in this sentence, puella laeta est, this is the word for happy, and it ends in an A this time. And that's because in Latin, that adjective has to agree with the noun it is describing. All right, then I put some imperatives on the worksheet. Do you remember what an imperative is? An imperative gives what? Gives a, Timothy, do you remember? Yep. An imperative gives a command. All right, so laborate, work. I'm sure you're hearing your mom say that a lot. Work, get busy. Surgite, get up. Intrate, enter. Sedete, sit. Audite, listen. On the back, write the Roman numeral for each number. You should remember your Roman numerals. They're in your notes if you don't remember them. Number 1, the Roman numeral for 10 is an X. Number 2, for 5, it's a V. Number 3, to write out the Roman numeral, the number 20 in Roman numerals is 2 X's. 10 and a 10. 10 plus 10 is 20. Number 4, sorry. The number 50 is an L. The number 8 is a V and 3 I's. Number 12 is an X and 2 I's. And then, to switch it around, number 1 here, X with 3 I's is the number 13. I wrote 8 at first. It's 13. V and an I is 6. Number 3 is 26. Number 4 is 4. Number 5 is 60, and number 6 is 9. And then I asked you to fill out the sum verb, sum es est, sumus esti sunt. All right. If you finish that up, make sure your name and the date is on top of it. You can put your name and the date, or your name and Mrs. Ruck's 3rd grade class right there. And if you get all that finished and get it homework dropped to me, that'll be your first A+ for the last 6 weeks. Can you believe it? Only 6 more weeks. I hope you're doing well, and this is all for this video, and I'll see you again next week. Wale.